Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. O.
Oh, I see the red light now.
How you doing? Today's been a pretty good day, huh?
It has. It's been very productive.
Just the three of us. See, there's Dana.
Hola.
Here's me. Hey. And there's Dr. O.
My name is Dr. Nicole Oretsky, and I'm an assistant professor of urban studies at Savannah State University. I did my PhD in housing policy and my methodology, of course, as I said, at community-based studies. So when I arrived here, I went to the Office of Sponsored Research to find out what was going on at Savannah State, what kind of funding opportunities, research opportunities were available to me straight out. So I was trying to figure out, how do I connect what I do to the funding that's available? And so if you want to look at housing policy, and health disparities, which is what the NIH grant was funded for, then if you look at lead, or the lead issue in housing, there's a strong health disparities issue, because it tends to be low-income minority children that have a much larger tendency to be exposed to lead. African American children are 4 times as likely to have lead poisoning than Caucasian children. And the reason for that is geographical, that minority and low-income children tend to live in the oldest and least maintained housing in cities. It's an enormously important issue because lead is a neurotoxin, it's a poison, and it attacks the central nervous system. Children end up with lowered IQ, behavioral problems, proclivity for violence, and then of course all the other stuff, which is hearing problems. It can reduce the developmental process for a child, where they have even delayed motor function. But what this means is that there's a direct link to life chances for children. And there are a lot of studies out there right now that are connecting juvenile delinquency rates, incarceration rates, and academic achievement to poisoning in childhood from heavy metals in low-income neighborhoods. So what does that mean? That takes us to a much bigger issue, and it comes to environmental injustice is really what it is, because children that are living in newer, more well-maintained housing and have more access to health care have least likely to experience lead poisoning. We're working with the City of Pembroke's city manager, Frank Etheridge. So we all got together and we have mapped out the clusters of older housing in Pembroke pre-1978, and we're going to go out as teams first to reach out to community members and to educate community members about the lead issue. We're going to implement a environmental health risk survey and test the housing for lead hazards.
I'm Grant Deal. I'm a sophomore environmental science major, and I've been going to Savannah State for a year and a half.
Alright, so how would you describe her personality?
She's reserved. She's very reserved. I think she's. The more I get to know her, the more she kind of opens up and she talks to you and all. But at first, she definitely seemed very introverted. But now she's opening up and we can actually have a conversation. She's inspiring in a lot of ways. But I think the number one thing is I'm all about giving back, to the community and helping out. And definitely with this internship, it gives you the opportunity to help those, that are in need. Some that are less fortunate, and then others, that just have issues with, lead, or they may have issues too, depending on how long they've been around the lead. But no, she's very inspiring. Definitely gives me something to strive for, and shows me what I can do.
All right. So, what do you think about Dr. Oretsky?
Well, I haven't been working with her for very long, but for the most part, she's a very nice lady. She's very intelligent and very well versed in her field. So, like I said, I haven't been working with her long, but so far it's been great. I really like her.
Do you think the students on the SSU campus have any awareness of the hazards?
No, not at all, not at all.
What do you know about lead poisoning?
I really don't know much about lead poisoning, but I know it don't sound like it's good, whatever it is.
I guess my understanding of lead poisoning would be from pencils. That's the only lead poisoning I know of.
So, Doc, how'd the day go?
It went beautifully.
Yes?
Yes. So the community should know now that we're going to be coming out with that survey. So they're all prepped and ready.
What survey is that?
Lead hazard environmental risk assessment.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Alright. Who's your favorite intern?